Bat Force Radio.
Bat Force Radio is rated M for mature, or should that be immature?
Hey guys, it's Dustin Wynn.
Hey, this is Scott Snyder.
This is Paul Dini.
And you're listening to Bat Force Radio.
And you're listening to Bat Force Radio.
You're listening to Bat Force Radio.
This is Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman. And you're listening to Bat Force Radio, so stay tuned.
Welcome back to Bat Force Radio. We're just coming out with a general utility episode. We're just going to chat about some things, whatever we come up with. Today we've got Dunk.
What up?
Grandpa Batman.
Hello there.
I'm Robin Cross, and we also have a special guest with us tonight just to shoot some shit. He is a illustrator and author known for work like Generation Joker, Bloody Hell, Hardstyle Juice, and you've heard him a number of times here if you've been around for a while. And joining us again tonight is Mr. Clay McCormack.
Hey guys, thanks for the intro.
Yes,
thanks for the intro.
Thank
but I'm
you.
actually here tonight. I've got a new MLM I've joined that I'd like to try and sell you guys on. So
I'm in. Sold.
All right.
First up,
Sweet.
vision boards.
It's actually
So what's everybody?
it's a class about selling classes. So
Ah.
it's instant moneymaker.
Well, if it was a class about buying classes, I think I just passed. But what's everybody been up to? What's going on?
I don't know, Clay. We were both there was a Comic-Con same weekend. We were both on opposite sides of the Northeast. How was Boston Fan Expo? Year?
Fan Expo.
Yeah.
Fan Expo was good. It was thankfully back in the big convention center. Last year it was over at the Heinz, which is, man, it's just depressing. It was just depressing last year. Yeah, I know. It was all, I don't know if it was anybody's fault really. There was just construction going on at the big one, but it was the kind of thing where I walked in and I couldn't find Artist Alley. And if I couldn't find Artist Alley, I knew nobody else was going to be able to find it.
Oh man!
So
that's tough.
Yeah, it wasn't the best weekend I've ever had, but this year was much better. Had a lot of people come through. Not my best year there, but the one thing that I really like about doing conventions is when you can talk to someone about the thing that the stuff you have on your table. You can kind of get them excited about it if you are excited about it. And it's very satisfying to give somebody the pitch for my book, Bloody Hell, and then see the exact moment, like their eyebrow goes up and it's like, oh, well, that's interesting.
I'm interested.
Tell me more.
Yeah.
So long as they don't steal the book off your table.
Yeah. So far, as far as I know, that's never happened, but first time for everything, I guess. But you were at, Dave, you were at Terrificon, yeah, which was the same weekend, which was...
Yeah, that was weird to have a Comic-Con just less than 2 hours away. That's also a massive con for the same area.
Yeah. How was that show? I've never done that show.
I love that show. It's one of the... I chose it over Boston, so it was like, yes.
Had nothing to do with Clay being at Boston.
Yeah, a part of me was like, oh, damn, Clay is there? Like, I want to hang out. But then it was like, I'm stuck here. Damn it.
Restraining orders are a bitch. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it sucks, man. 2-hour difference. But
well, you guys got to come out for the Toronto Fan Expo sometime.
Oh yeah,
always good. That one's last week of August every year.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I would love to do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and do Denver and MegaCon next year, which I've never done either of those. I've heard good things about both of them.
Ooh, MegaCon's awesome. I already booked my Airbnb and my flight. It's in March.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite cons to go to and attend. Obviously, because we're in the Northeast and it gets cold. Mm-hmm. There's nothing better than going to Florida or somewhere warm in the middle of the winter. That's one reason. Then
there's like 4 or 5 new park things that I need to check out at the various
Universal,
parks. Yeah.
That's like a big thing. I'm kind of worried. I'm hoping what MegaCon normally does is on a Friday, they'll give attendees access to the park from 9 to 12. So
no kidding.
They shut down the entire park on Friday
That's awesome.
just for attendees, but you have to buy the ticket or whatever. For 3 hours, you get, I knocked out about 7 rides
Damn.
in the 3 hours.
Is that
I was there
Universal?
last year. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I just found out recently? I was, perusing YouTube as you do, and I found this video explain. The Islands of Adventure, the old thing that they did in the late '90s over at Universal, where they did the Marvel Comics, big Marvel Comics section. Do you know why it's still there? It's because back when Marvel was making insane licensing deals, because they were basically underwater, they gave Universal Studios exclusive rights, theme park rights, forever, as long as the park that they built stayed reasonably maintained. They have the rights forever, and they have exclusive theme park rights anywhere east of the Mississippi, which is why there's no Marvel section at Disney World.
Wow. And the mouse hasn't found a way around that yet.
Apparently not yet. Yeah.
It's funny how many contracts and things are perpetual as long as the property does not cease being used.
Right. Yeah.
Remember when CW had all those DC shows? They had Arrow and Flash, and they kept that other show going, Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
So Legends of Tomorrow was a show that they kept just to hold on to the rights of characters that they had the rights to but weren't using in Arrow and Flash.
Oh.
So as long as they kept using them in something, so that was why they kept that going, to keep the rights to Constantine and Black Canary and whatever, all Adam and all the characters that they kept there. That was just like their little feeder system to hold on to them for when they wanted to bring them back to the other shows.
Well, thankfully that show was pretty good, so it wasn't too bad. But
Probably
I
why
guess
we also have Fantastic Four movies like every 4 or 5 years.
right. Yeah, that's why they keep making Fantastic Four.
Although this last one was really good, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it too.
I got to see about all of it, but the last 20 minutes because
had to pee.
A+ review for the first hour and a half.
Yeah. No, the theater projector burned out.
Oh,
it was
what?
just playing audio.
Oh, so
that
you listened to
happens?
the last 20 minutes.
Yeah. So like, come on for 30 seconds, go off. Come on, then go off. Everybody was so pissed.
Pedro just burned it up.
Yeah, was everyone like ooh and eyeing? Like, ooh, damn it.
It almost
It's Galactus destroying the theater.
It's a really artsy choice they're doing for the last 30 minutes of this movie.
It almost turned into an adult version of what was it, the Fortnite movie where they're throwing shit.
Oh, jeez.
No.
I had a buddy of mine who, when he went to see The Sixth Sense back in the day when it was in the theater, he came out and he was telling me, he's like, "Oh my God, it's the greatest movie I've ever seen. It's the greatest movie. The twist is unbelievable." And I'm like, okay. And then I saw the movie. It was very good. And then I talked to him about it afterwards, and he said, "Yeah, I went to see it again, and I realized I walked in about 10 minutes late, so I missed the opening sequence when Bruce Willis gets shot, and so I had no idea what the twist was going to be. But had I been on time, I might have guessed it."
Yeah, you can't miss the beginning parts of the movie, of any movie. It's like, oh,
He did.
man. Yeah, he did.
So,
He missed out
so
on
five stars for everything after the first 10 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pee at the beginning, not at the end.
I don't know. I feel like I can't miss a part of a movie when I go to the movie theaters. Like, I'm there like 15 minutes early. I'm not drinking soda.
The thing that drives me crazy, I've been going to the movies quite a lot lately. I got the AMC A-list, which is
nice,
pretty incredible. But like, there's half an hour of previews before the. How could you possibly be late for a movie?
Yeah,
at this point,
with them showing all the previews, the car commercials.
Yeah, it's like 20 to 30 minutes of that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey, please turn off your phone. And then it's
I don't
like,
even leave the theater I go to is about 15 minutes away. I don't even leave my house till the start time of the movie, and I still have about 10 minutes to spare.
Fair enough. Is that like what do they call that? The airport theory or something? Something I saw on TikTok where it's like if you leave at a certain time instead of like leaving when like you know 2 hours or 3 hours beforehand, you're good to make your flight. You know how many people miss their flights lately because of that stupid theory?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
But
sure.
movies are definitely different because
Yeah.
start times, there's no 20 or 30 minutes, but that's I should start doing that.
Do you
spend so much time just sitting there?
Oh yeah, I know. That's why I started doing it because I got sick of looking at my phone and eating all my popcorn before the movie started.
I just go nothing in there, just my phone in my pocket, and I'm like, I'm not eating or drinking anything because I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
I have to gauge based on the length of time for the showing time what I'm going to drink or eat, because just like happened with Superman, I always have to have a cherry Coke and Reese's Pieces. Well,
nice.
I got the large cherry Coke and went into Superman. Unbeknownst to me, I was in the XD theater, which is like where the seat shakes and vibrates and stuff like that. And when I sat down, I somehow just pressed the button to the max level. So when he's flying and going, fighting and everything, I mean, I'm shaking all over. My bladder's just killing me, just screaming at me.
You got Reese's Pieces flying at your face everywhere.
Yes. Oh, man.
An hour in, Gramps says, oh, wow, I turned on the heated seat, too. And no, I just peed myself.
Yeah. So,
you guys see anything good lately?
No.
Long pause. Wow.
I've been watching House of Cards for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd never watched it before, and watching it for the first time now, I don't know how recently you guys have seen it if you've watched it before. The number of things that it feels like the current administration pulled from the show as ideas of things to do, it's probably at 12 things so far.
Damn.
Man, I'm gonna start watching it again.
Kind of scary. Yeah.
And you were watching that because you were preparing to write that piece about why Kevin Spacey needs to come back, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the American Beauty sequel, and when are we getting a sequel to The Ref? Come on, Dennis Leary,
nice
Kevin
Paul,
Spacey.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that Kaiser Soze solo movie.
Oh yes, it's called "Give Me the Keys," right?
Yeah.
Well, with the lack of like writing or new ideas in Hollywood, anything is possible.
Yeah. I've started going. I like going to see stuff that I haven't actually watched a trailer for at all.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I've seen a couple things that in the last year or so that I just saw the name, saw a brief little description, and like, good enough. I'll go check it out. They also do this thing at AMC because I work for them now. That they do this thing every couple times a month called Screen Unseen, where for $5 you can go in and watch a new movie that hasn't come out yet, but you don't know what the movie is until it starts. And so it's pretty good.
Did that start?
They've been doing it for a while. There's a whole big Reddit thread of every week, every time they do it, people try to guess what it is, and they can kind of narrow it down based on the runtime and what's coming out and stuff. And so I ended up seeing that movie, The Bike Riders, with Tom Hardy and Austin Butler, about the biker gang. Yeah, it was pretty good. It wasn't bad. I'm a sucker for Tom Hardy doing an accent in anything, so I was fine with it. It was a bunch of
except that Eddie Brock accent he did.
He's got to find something to cling on to. I don't mind.
Yeah, but when he's on, he's really on. He's so good in Peaky Blinders.
I was about to say I loved him in Peaky Blinders.
Yeah. You know,
I have to watch it with subtitles.
I've never gotten around to it. I know my parents actually just watched it and were telling me it was good. So I guess
there are a few episodes that have like these sort of three-way scenes where it's Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy, and Adrian Brody.
Oh, damn.
And just the three of them just killing it.
Yeah, it's great.
Did you guys watch Winning Time, the Lakers show on HBO? Oh my God.
Oh
Adrian
no,
Brody.
is that the one where it was like the whole Larry Bird and Magic Johnson? Like,
Yeah.
thing?
There's a big section about Larry Bird. It's an incredible show. Highly recommend it.
How many seasons is it? I think I watched the first season. I didn't get.
They only did 2, and then it got
Oh.
canceled, unfortunately. But Adrian Brody plays really famous coached the Lakers, coached the Miami Heat, Pat Riley. And he's incredible. He's the best part of the show.
Yeah, I started watching that. I think I was in Portugal.
Mhm.
And, I started watching it, and then when I came back, I didn't have access to it. But if it's still on HBO Max, I should finish it because
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It touched based on like pretty much what was going on in the '80s, the shoe deals, and all the other basketball stuff that was going on. It's interesting to see that, especially that whole rivalry with Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
Yeah, the Bird stuff was great. They basically made him look like a complete shithead, and it was very fun.
But he owns up to it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, he knows. Everyone's like, no one talks more shit on the court than Larry Bird.
Yeah,
and like you hear those stories. Yeah, and he's like, and he backs it up, and it's like, they all, they're all like, oh, I forgot what story it was, where he had someone playing defense on him. He's like, oh, you guys are you guys kidding me? And they're like, what? You got the white boy playing defense on me? And I was like, yo, this guy was just on it, dude. It's like, why are you disrespecting me like that? It's crazy.
Yeah.
I love those older stories, especially when you get to like MJ stories. Those things get kind of nuts, but a lot of people don't like MJ in the Northeast unless you're in Chicago.
Oh, I mean, he's undeniable. I have no problem with Michael Jordan.
At conventions, do you do commissions or do you sell original work, or is it just pretty much like prints and
all of the above?
Issues?
All of the above. Yeah, I have books, I have prints, I have originals, and I do commissions. So whatever floats your boat. I got a little bit of.
Not opposed to showing a little thigh, whatever you're into.
Well, I hike the skirt up on the front of the table just in case anybody wants to take a peek.
And then hike up your skirt.
Yeah.
So with I wanted to ask, with you guys being at 2 cons at the same time that you said were so close together, how were the attendance at both? I got to figure they're sharing attendees and sharing guests to some extent.
Yeah. I thought the attendance was pretty good. It all from the Artist Alley perspective, it can always be a little skewed because sometimes you feel like nobody's around, and then you take 2 steps over and it's just packed full of people, and so you wonder if it's just you. But it was I remember it being. It's funny. This feels like that was like 6 months ago. It was not, but it was. It feels it. Yeah, I remember it being pretty good attendance.
Yeah, same thing with Terrificon. There was a good amount of people, but there was parts where like I knew the year before there was a lot more people during that time period.
Mm-hmm.
And the kind of the similar thing happened last year where WickedCon was the week before Terrificon, and I think because of that, WickedCon didn't have as much attendance.
No, that was a bad show. Both Boston shows last year did not do well.
And then Terrificon just had a boatload of people, so that's I'm used to that. That's why I like Terrificon just because of that. But there were people on Saturday and Sunday that were at Boston, so they went to both.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
but you got to wonder why someone would put another con so soon after another, because not everyone, but I know a lot of people, when they sign on for an appearance at a convention, there's that whole no compete thing that you can't be appearing, you can't be advertised for another convention within X number of miles for X number of days.
It's weird. I think Fan Expos is trying to like push people out. They did that to C2E2 a couple of years ago.
Oh, did they really?
They had MegaCon and C2E2 the same weekend. And then C2E2 had a really weak attendance that year compared to MegaCon. And that kind of like made push MegaCon up. I feel like they were trying to do the same thing with Boston and Terrificon, because Terrificon is the popular con in the area. So maybe they just try to like muscle it through and see if they could do that with Boston. But it's weird because Boston was just I don't know, the last as he's mentioned, the last couple of years it hasn't been as strong as I've seen it in the past.
Yeah. I think when Fan Expo came in and bought it, they raised a lot of prices, and I think that really bumped a lot of people the wrong way. But yeah, this one wasn't too bad. There's some good. Professionally, there was a good turnout. I did my first horror con this past weekend, though.
Oh,
I wasn't tabling, but I went to check it out because I'm thinking about trying it out maybe next year, just as something different to try.
which one?
TerrorCon in Marlboro.
Oh, that was this past weekend. Well, I missed that.
Yeah. Well, it was a small show. It's the horror shows. I wasn't totally sure what to expect because I'd never been to a horror show before, and it was very similar, but also fairly different to a comic show because surprisingly there was a lot less like reselling stuff. It was a lot of people who had like made stuff and fan art and that kind of thing. Big 3D printer presence. A lot of people doing 3D printed stuff. And the celebrities aren't, at the big shows now, they have their own like wing where they're very separate from everything else. This one, the celebrities just had tables out in the they had their own side of the convention center, but again, like I said, it was a small place, so they weren't like tucked away or anything. So, you're walking around and you just walk by Elvira and the guy from Predator and all this other kind of stuff, which is a little bit different than they do it at the comic shows.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to I was supposed to go to that con last year, and I didn't know what time I was going to be this year. Damn it, missed.
Well, I was talking to one of the guys who was tabling there, and he told me that on Saturday they had a tornado advisory, so they had to move everybody into the basement of the convention center for like an hour or 2 hours or something, and then everybody came back out afterwards. So that must have been interesting.
What an experience at a horror con.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, like shit. Like everyone's like stabbing each other and whatever, but no, you got to worry about Mother Nature.
Yeah, it was cool though. I ended up buying a bunch of stuff I didn't need.
That's the whole point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Clay, you mentioned AMC.
Yes.
If something you can or want to talk about there, what's going on? You said
no, I was just joking.
Okay,
I was
saying that was something legit.
Sounded like I was.
No,
it's just
sounds
saying
like
that
something to talk about.
Sounds like I'm shilling for them by talking about my experience with their great service.
And great employers. Not that I would know.
Nope, not yet. I mean, hey, give me another couple years. I might be working there in a usher capacity. You never know.
Do that for fun, right? Wouldn't that be fun? Like I always thought about getting like a random job like that and just be like, which God knows how many random jobs I've had, but like just to like as an experiment.
I always love it. Like the ones that always hook me are the ones in the movies where it's like there's like 3 people left staffing a movie theater that nobody goes to anymore. And it's like, man, that must be so cool. But then it's like, well, you're not making any money doing that. Like it's not you're just wasting your time at that point. And I can't imagine cleaning up popcorn and soda is the most fun thing to do with your weekend. But
you're just getting tired of eating popcorn and soda.
Yeah.
It's like unlimited popcorn. Great. Not have to buy lunch or anything.
It's a weird time for a lot of businesses with how things are changing. I saw this video. There's a game store that's in like a video game store that's inside a mall somewhere in the US. And it's the only store that's left in like this whole wing of the mall.
Yeah.
And so you have to like park in the, I'm assuming, empty parking lot, then walk up to the mall and then walk all through the mall through these empty nothings just to get to the game store that's in the depths of it.
And then you find out they don't have the game you're looking for, and you got to walk all the way back to your car
and go to the next empty mall.
The I Am Legend walk. That's there's a mall out here in Albany that you walk in and like all the stores are closed, but they have like an aquarium, and it's like All right, great. Something to do at the mall. I'm gonna go to this random ass aquarium that obviously used to be like an arcade or something, but they started adding like other things to do. So now there is an arcade there. There's an aquarium, and they have like a food court. And I'm like, okay, I don't know. I haven't been there in 2 years. Maybe it's not there anymore. But that's the last thing I remember. And a guitar shop.
Oh, nice.
I've seen that some empty malls they've begun transforming it into apartments.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, which is smart.
That's interesting.
You've got all the shops divided up, and yeah. Well, if the food court stays there, imagine running the food court in what's turns out to be a filled apartment building.
Yeah.
Walk out of your apartment, take the escalator downstairs, and you've got 50 restaurants right there.
Yeah, they should do conventions in these places. I've heard of a few conventions that they do in old malls.
Yeah, a few years ago, someone doing a con here in my city was looking at the then empty Sears location at one of our malls, just for doing the con.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was Sears, so there's multiple floors.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's fucking massive.
Walk in, someone dressed like Pikachu sprays you with perfume.
Nice.
That'd be fucking funny if you go to Macy's and there's a bunch of Pokemon just like chasing you around instead of you chasing the Pokemon, and they're trying to spray you with like cologne and perfume instead.
Sounds like my worst nightmare.
Yeah, welcome to HorrorCon.
Gramps, you should have come to Fan Expo in Toronto this year. So, well, the city was particularly busy the whole weekend because of concerts that were also going on. But so within a 20-minute walk of the convention center where the con is, there are 3 or 4 arenas and stadiums. But on the Friday of the show, so the second day of the show, there was a Jonas Brothers concert. And then the next night was My Chemical Romance. And then the next 2 nights was Oasis.
Yeah, I got to actually go see them in Chicago. And then I actually just flew in 2 days ago from seeing them in LA. So
Jonas Brothers?
Man.
Yes,
Damn,
Jonas
dude,
Brothers.
Nice.
Yes.
I didn't know you were that dedicated.
Oh, die hard. Love them. Love them.
Goes on tour with them.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's quite the combo. Jesus Christ. That was Toronto, within those 4 days you said?
Yeah. The Friday, Saturday, and then Oasis played Sunday and Monday nights, I think.
Well,
the My Chemical Romance show was fun to see because, with Gerard Way being a comic creator, almost every comic creator who was at the show was posting pictures and videos from the My Chemical Romance show. Like Jim Lee was there. James Tynan was there. I don't know if Jeff Loeb was there, but maybe.
His camera phone was.
Well, that's a perfect lineup because you got a show for the kids, you got a show for their parents, you got a show for the parents' parents.
Yeah, and for Gramps. There you go.
That's a hell of a weekend. Wow.
Yeah, it was busy time that weekend.
That's the thing about these cons, man. Like if you could find cons to do and like work around other things that happen around them, like a concert or I don't know. I'm looking forward to New York because I love food. For me, it's like, all right, I'm going to go eat over here. I'm going to do this. So it's like if you go to a con and you could like add more to the experience. Like when I went to Dallas and Gramps and I got, where did we go again? What's the name of that barbecue place?
Terry Black's.
Yeah, we're to Terry Black's. I need more restaurants every con I go to. It's like
Seattle's really good for that. I went to Emerald City a couple times, and they have got a lot of really good food not far from the convention center.
Seattle's dangerous as well. I've been there a few times just visiting friends, and a lot of good restaurants.
There's a really cool bar there. I can't remember the name of it now. That is inside an old funeral home.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's called. I think it's called like the Oblong Box or something like that. I can't remember, but it's cool. It's a little bit of a walk from the convention center, but it's a cool place to hang out.
Dunk, did you say Seattle is dangerous because tourists mistake you for the Space Needle?
All the damn time.
Where's the fucking elevator?
For
How
me,
many
it's like,
free rides have you given?
well, I do pick people up, so I guess a lot.
Why do you think I'm telling you to come to Toronto? Get
Well,
fucking picked up.
I need
that place
I
was
need
called
to
the
go.
Pine Box.
Yeah, Seattle has a lot of great spots. I went to a steakhouse. I think it was like Brooklyn Steakhouse or something, and I was like, "This is not going to be good." And I lied to myself; it was actually pretty decent. But then you have like the gum wall, all this, like so many things to do around Seattle. Well, I had to ask a question: how do you feel about Superman?
Me?
Yeah,
I liked it. I didn't love it. It was missing a little. I've been having trouble putting my finger on what it was missing for me. I thought the cast was great. I thought everybody was really, really good. I honestly, I think as much as I appreciate getting dropped into a story as it's going, I actually think that I kind of wanted a little bit more scene setting before getting things going. Like especially with the Justice Gang and even Lex Luthor's relationship to Superman, because like it was weird to me at the end of the movie when he's like, "We finally meet Superman." I was like, "They haven't even met before? What?" I have no idea what their relationship is here. He just hates him, but they've never actually seen each other. So it was just like little stuff like that was kind of irking me. But overall, I thought it was a really good time. I love that they are going so deep into the DC Comics universe so quickly. So it's fun to see Mr. Terrific getting time to shine and Guy Gardner and stuff.
Yeah, that was like one of the sickest parts. Fun.
I want DC to stop doing digital babies. Just stop with the digital babies.
Well, I feel like you get a pass in this one because he was kind of a mutant baby. So
mutant babies.
But yeah, did you guys? I'm sure you guys have already talked about it. What did you guys feel? Briefly summarize.
I think Cat Grant needed more screen time.
Well, that was another thing. Like I was the Daily Planet characters were great, but they didn't have anything to do, and I don't even know why Beck Bennett was there. Like he
just to be dumb.
Yeah, like he had nothing to do and wasn't really even a part of anything. Literally to the point where he didn't have a seat in the spaceship. So I was like, okay, I'm down with this, but I don't know. I kind of wish the Daily Planet had its own TV show or something.
Oh, 100%.
No,
definitely
set him up
TV
to
show.
be the lead in the sequel.
Yeah. So I thought it was good. I was a little surprised that it didn't get dinged by people for the same reason they ding Marvel a lot, as being something that's clearly setting up other stuff.
Yeah.
Because it very clearly was doing that, but I guess they did it a little bit more subtly than Marvel usually does.
You mentioned it should have a TV show, and shouldn't that be the blueprint now that Warner did it with the Batman movie and then the Penguin show?
Oh yeah.
Like,
well, it's funny.
Give us a series.
I don't know if you guys have started watching the second season of Peacemaker yet, but have you at all? I don't want to ruin it.
No, I haven't gone into season 2 yet.
All right.
But
Well,
go ahead. I'm not worried.
I'm on episode 2.
Okay. So I got more about the Justice Gang from Peacemaker than I did from the Superman movie, and I kind of found myself going like, I kind of wish I had watched this before I saw Superman.
Oh, really?
Oh,
and it's only a little bit, but it's like it just gives you a bit more context of who these guys are and what they're about. And so if I had seen that first going into Superman, I would have been like, oh yeah, okay, I get all this. This is totally fine. But yeah.
No, there's more. Say it. Now I have to watch this. Oh man! All right. I'm looking forward to it. It was the cameo was great in the movie because I was just like, you weren't expecting it.
Oh yeah, that was great.
And then,
and to be clear, the Justice Gang, at least as far as I've watched, do not have a huge part in Peacemaker. It's just like you get a couple scenes with them in the first episode, and it's like, okay, I kind of get what they're about a little bit more.
I have to rewatch the first episode. I'm like, I just watched it like as background noise.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I gotta sit down and like not look at my phone.
Well, it was interesting because they actually retconned some stuff in the previously on section before the show starts. I don't know if you remember how the season ended. The first season ended.
Yeah, when he cussed out the J League.
Yeah, when the Justice League shows up.
Yeah.
So they do that scene. They show that scene in the previously on section, but they replaced it with the Justice Gang.
No,
So they completely edited the Justice League out.
they edited out
That's
Snyderverse.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
The beginning.
Aside from that, it's the same Peacemaker who was in, the Snyderverse.
Yeah, they haven't made any changes otherwise to it now. Not that I've seen anyway.
Yeah, that's the one thing that bugged me about everything getting reset was like, okay, no, Cable's got to go because it'll be confusing to people if he's still playing Superman, and everybody's Aquaman gone, Wonder Woman gone, Peacemaker can stay.
Well, it's like when they did the New 52, didn't everybody start from zero except Batman? They were like, no, Batman, he's only been around for 5 years, but he's had 6 Robins, so everything works out fine.
And he spent 3 of those years with his back broken by Bane.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm looking forward to see where it goes from here with everything, because we just heard that they're going to be a sequel of Superman. Was it Superman of Tomorrow?
Yeah, Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, Tomorrow. Yeah, like that's going to be interesting. And then you have a plan we're supposed to get a Clayface.
Yeah, they're shooting that now.
So for Batman.
Yeah, and it's a straight horror.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I've been wanting. I've been talking about that for so many years, of like how like Batman's so dark, you can have so many horror flicks for the villains. You could do a Killer Croc horror flick, you could do a Clayface, you could do a Man Bat, and introduce these characters in a way that a lot of people are catering to right now. Like people love horror flicks, and like mix a whole super hero along with these villains, and then create a universe like that and see what happens. And Batman's perfect for that.
Yeah, like imagine if like Sony took their Spider-Man villains, did like a Morbius movie and like a Craven movie, something like that. That would be pretty cool. No, but yeah, I'm very curious about the Clayface movie. I'm a little sad I haven't gotten a phone call about it, but the Mike Flanagan, I think, is working on it. Is he wrote it?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, that should be pretty interesting. Because I love Penguin. Penguin was incredible.
Oh yeah,
that was
better than it had any business being.
Oh yeah,
Like
they've really.
Who'd have guessed that Warner/HBO was going to put out an entire season of The Sopranos in Gotham?
Yeah,
pretty much.
They've gotten really good at doing shows that probably shouldn't exist, that are way better than they have any right to be as far as comic shows go. Because I went on a trip a couple weeks ago, and I rewatched HBO's Watchmen on the plane. Damn, man, that show is incredible. Like, that's a show that should not exist, and definitely should not be as good as it is, and still is.
Still is. It's amazing. Soundtrack amazing.
Well, with these series, what happens is it's like, it's a long ass fucking movie, right? Am I going to watch a 6-hour movie? No, but I'll watch 6 1-hour episodes.
Sure.
And you get all the details. And what was her name? Who played? Was it Sophia Falcone?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Kristen Milioti.
She crushed.
She was great.
I've been in love with her since How I Met Your Mother, and the fact that she got this role and just crushed it, I'm like, oh, please come back and do more.
Yeah,
she better be in Batman too.
And the show did so well that it goes from they wrap shooting it, and Colin Farrell says, that's it, I'm done, I'm never putting on this costume again, all this makeup, and then the bodysuit, and then 14 Emmy nominations later. Maybe.
Well, I see why not.
Yep. A lot to do in Gotham.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to see what Batman 2 is going to be. Like, we've heard, there's maybe a Hush. Who knows with the Clayface show coming out. Definitely going to get more Penguin. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, there's.
I'd be surprised if they do Hush, because I feel like they kind of rolled him into the Riddler a bit in the first one. Especially the way he looks, he actually looks more like Hush than he does anything else. But I don't know anything about what they're going to do in the next one.
There are a lot of rumors go around, but
on Badass a while back, I had we were spitballing, and I was spitballing a way to bring in Jason Todd as Robin, to have him be basically he and Bruce kind of start the vigilante thing together, and then he gets killed fairly early on, or quote unquote killed. And then basically, you guys remember GoldenEye, the James Bond movie? Yep. Basically the plot of GoldenEye, where it starts off with the two of them, one of them gets killed and the other one goes on, and then he comes back later as Red Hood to cause trouble.
We had Mattson Tomlin on quite a while back now for one of the comics he was doing with Liber Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
But and I really wanted to try to get information out, and because he's the co-writer on Batman 2 with Matt.
Oh, is he really? Oh, excellent.
Yeah. So I wanted to try to drag information out, but it was going to be a no-go. So it would have been nice to get a scoop, but that was so long ago now too. Like the time between these two movies has just gotten, that's a wide gap.
Yeah. It's like it used to be, man. The sequels, Aliens came out 7 years after the first Alien movie.
Yeah.
Now it's if it's not in production 6 months after the last one wraps, it feels like it's forever.
But we also had the benefit back then of you didn't know the next movie was coming until you saw a trailer for it.
That's
which
true.
Meant it was already shot and in the can.
Yeah.
Now we know, before the actor knows that he's going to be in another movie, there's already a speculated date.
Yeah, and back then, Alien was probably still in the theater until about 1985 anyway, so.
Yeah, movies are in theaters for 5 minutes now, and then you can watch it at home.
Yeah. Speaking of, you guys see
by the time Gramps gets out of the washroom at the theater, you're already watching it at home.
Did you guys see the trailer for the 28 Years Later sequel?
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
It looks pretty rad. It's pretty wild.
Man, they just resurrected that franchise.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
I was a huge fan of the original one when it came out.
Oh, totally.
28 days.
Yeah, same.
That changed so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
and learning how they shot it too. That they didn't have the budget to close down the areas they were shooting in, so they just had to shoot at the crack of dawn on Sunday mornings. Just be out there ready as soon as the sun came up. Okay, let's get some shooting done, and before people show up.
Oh, so 28 years later already came out.
Yeah, they're doing another one's coming out next year called.
Wait, what? Oh, there's another part. Holy hell!
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta watch the last one that just came out. Then I'm slacking.
Yeah, man, it was good.
I love zombie movies, but the zombies get scarier and scarier, man. I can't run that fast.
I'll tell you,
run that fast when you're dead.
I'll tell you, if you haven't seen 28 Years Later, not only are they scary, but they are buck ass naked and have huge
just
dogs.
swinging. So
I'm not joking, and I feel like this is something that more people should know before they go into that movie. That it's just
is it on
Undead Hog right in your face for most of the movie.
Swinging, dude. So someone's biting your neck.
That's been a thing.
Hitting you.
that's been a thing that I think has been dripping into that whole zombie area of things. If you go look at the second Last of Us game, you've got clickers with fat asses, clicker dicks swinging around, bloater dick. It started getting graphic there.
All them surgeries.
And so now it's all coming into you got clickers walking around with BBLs and
your body deteriorates while the other shit just hangs out.
Robin, can you make the promo of this? Call it Undead Hog.
Oh,
Clay
man.
McCormack talking Undead Hog.
Always.
Well, and that's a great segue into the sequel to Bloody Hell, Undead Hog.
It's not the worst idea, actually.
No.
Oh, man.
All I'm saying is the next movie that's coming out is called 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, and I'm not totally sure what that means, but I have an idea.
Oh, man. Zombies are going to go into that one room, and it's just going to be weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man, all right.
Well,
so,
I'm
all right.
done here. I think I should probably go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we all need a cold shower now.
Shit. All right. And I got something to watch tonight. Great. Wake up just fucking. I'm just going to wake up with like swinging wieners as a nightmare. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm going to turn into one.
Before we do wrap up anything, though, I wanted to ask anybody reading any comics? Clay, you reading anything lately? Have you had time to do some reading?
Yeah, I started actually reading the Peter David run of the Hulk. Because for some reason, I've always been a fan of Gray, Mr. Fix-It Hulk. Even though I never really read the books because they were kind of coming out when I was pretty young. So I decided to track some of those down and check them out. And especially because Peter David is pretty widely regarded as the best of the Hulk writers. And it also has early Todd McFarlane art in it, which is interesting to see. And it's pretty good. It's a different, comics are so different back then than they are now because it's so clearly an issue to issue kind of deal back then, whereas now everything is kind of like one big continuing story. That you see how the writers are I don't mean this detrimentally, but filling space basically, because they're telling a story, but they're also kind of putting some other stuff in there, and they've got some characters that don't really seem connected that'll come in later. And it's just a different style of writing that a lot of comics don't really do anymore. And the early McFarlane art's really interesting to look at too, because he kind of hasn't really kind of come into his own yet, until he starts inking himself. Once he starts inking himself, it looks like Todd McFarlane. But then everybody else inking him kind of files the edges down on his stuff a little bit, which is there's a couple of issues where if you put it in front of me, I could not have told you it was him, because whoever was inking him is not quite pulling his whole vibe to the forefront.
They're trying to make it too clean.
Yeah,
Still an independent George.
Yeah, it's I think it's before the image style really took off. So yeah, I think they're cleaning it up a bit and making things a little bit slicker, kind of still have that sort of 80s Marvel kind of feel to it. But yeah, so far it's pretty good. He hasn't gotten to Las Vegas yet. I'm looking forward to him becoming a gangster bouncer or whatever he does there. For newer comics, I just finished Batman Dark Ages, which I really liked. The Dark Age. Is it the Dark Age? Yeah, it's the second book by, I can't remember the writer's name, but it's drawn by Mike Allred. And it's like an Elseworld style book that is Batman in a different universe. And the way the story is told is basically Bruce Wayne is in an old folks home and he's kind of got dementia. And so he's sort
Right
of
up my alley.
Yeah. So he's being kind of reminded of stuff he's done in his past, which sort of kickstarts his memories of Batman, and you get to see the whole career of this Batman in this book. It's the second book in a series. The first one was called Superman Space Age, I think. And the fun thing that connects them, because it's the only thing that connects them, is that the end point of the book, spoiler alert, is Crisis, the first Crisis. So you're watching these Elseworld stories play out, and then the last thing basically that happens is the universe gets destroyed. So
yeah,
so they're pretty good. I enjoy them, and I've always been a fan of Mike Allred's drawing. He's got a very cool, unique style. So I'd recommend both of those books.
And Mark Russell is the author on that.
Mark Russell, yes, that's right.
Clay, I have a question as an artist. Do you like inking yourself?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I started doing it out of necessity. When I first got into doing comics, I never thought that I would be inking myself or anyone for that matter. I had always envisioned being a penciler. But I started inking out of necessity just because I wanted to create comics and didn't know how to go about getting somebody else to ink it. And my style, pencil or ink, has always been pretty messy. And it was basically easier for me just to ink myself than try to draw clean enough to have somebody else do it. I assumed I'd never be able to do it because comic book inking is traditionally so clean. You look at these guys like Walt Simonson and these guys in the 80s and stuff who were just the slick inkers. Mm-hmm. And I had never touched a brush like that before. So I just didn't know. I just knew I wouldn't be able to do that. And then I was the first convention that I went to, Big Apple Convention in New York. I saw Bill Sienkiewicz drawing, and he had this gnarly, like, flathead brush in one hand and a whiteout pen in the other. And he was just doing it, right? And I was watching him going like, holy crap, there's no right way to do this as long as you get the image that you're trying to create. Mm-hmm. And so watching him do that actually is what inspired me to start inking my own stuff. And once I started doing it, I was like, it's my favorite part, honestly, of doing it. Really? There's something kind of zen about it, whether you're filling in a big black area or you're, trying to pull the perfect line or whatever. There is something strangely relaxing about it, as stressful as it can be.
I'm just a hobbyist. I hate inking myself.
Really?
And I get so stressed out.
Well, that's
like, I'm gonna mess it up.
Yeah, that's the wall I had to get over, because the thing, anytime I tried to use a dip pen, right, I would just end up with a big blotch on the page or somewhere, and it would drive me insane. And so once I saw Sienkiewicz doing it, and I kind of started looking at more of his stuff, I was like, oh, I can make the mistakes part of the style. And so my early work it's done on purpose to have like a really kinetic and sort of messy look, but it's also done for my own mental sanity. So if I'm drawing and like I catch the pen and it sprays something, I don't lose my mind, because now it's just part of the texture of the piece,
Okay. Gramps, have you tried, after you pencil a piece, have you tried like scanning it and printing off copies to practice the inking on?
No, because I'm stupid. No, and I just learned why artists draw in blue line too. Mm-hmm. It's like, it makes so much sense now. And for the listener, blue line is literally like a blue pencil, and a lot of comic artists will draw in blue line because, Clay, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's easier to see the contrast and ink it versus like a dark black pencil lead.
So that is one part of it, but the main reason is because the kind of blue is called non-repro blue, which is non-reproduction blue. And the idea is that at least this is how it still works, but especially back in the day when they were scanning things differently, it's a shade of blue that doesn't get picked up by the copier. So you don't have to, so you can put that down, you can ink on top of it, you don't have to erase anything, and that shade of blue just gets lost in the transfer. And now people who do it now, they have it built into their settings in Photoshop where, they click a button and then all that disappears because they've got that color flagged to be picked up by whatever they're doing. So that's the main reason, is so so it doesn't show up when you print it or when you scan it.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense, because I've seen some raw pencils in blue, and I'm just like, I can't even tell what this is. And then somebody just inks on top of it. I'm like, I don't know how you got that out of that, but that's awesome.
Yeah, and I know this is a kind of inside baseball-y thing, but I know that art dealers or people who buy art, I don't know if this is still true, but for a while, pieces that had been drawn in non-repro blue actually were worth less because they don't want to see the pencils. And so there are a lot of people who get these pieces even by amazing artists. If they can see the blue line, the price goes way down.
See, and I don't understand that because I think that's pretty cool to have some of that artifact on there.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think everything is subjective when it comes to that. So I think it's, I'm sure there are some people out there who would pay top dollar for a blue line drawing, but some people
had,
don't.
Who was that inker that we had? He inked Capullo for years and years and years.
Oh, you're talking about Jonathan Glapian.
Oh,
Glapian. And, when they first started working together, he would actually get the pencils and ink on the true pencils.
Mm-hmm.
And then he told us, he was like, and the last thing that you do is erase. And Greg draws in like a lead pencil.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm erasing Greg's original pencils.
Yeah.
And we're like, it's like, that's what you do though.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I know. Okay. That's one reason why, another reason why I would never want to have been an inker, at least back then, because I don't want to screw anybody else's work up.
Right. I don't know. I get so nervous when I try to ink myself. And then I think it's like, maybe I just need more practice, but I mean, it really does make or break the artwork. It's,
I would say, man, don't be nervous about it. Just
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
I understand, but but the reason not to be nervous.
Send my stuff to you to ink.
I'm real busy.
Do you do ink commissions?
What's your page?
I've never done an ink commission, actually. That's interesting. But like the best thing I can tell you is that it's don't be nervous, because even if it doesn't come out the way you want it to, the next one's going to be better because you've gone through the process. Because you've gone through the process of this one, right? It's just stacking on top of each other. So what you learned in the one that didn't come out right is going to make it come out better in the next one, and it's just going to get better and better the more you do it. So Robin's idea was great. If you're worried about screwing it up, print out some copies and just ink on the copies or lightbox it or something like that.
There you go. Okay, cool. I'll do that. Thanks, man.
You can always draw it again.
No.
Yeah. I'll tell you, doing comics, you don't realize this until you start doing it. Doing comics is like, it's an OCD kind of art, because you are essentially, anytime you're drawing a book, you're essentially drawing it. If you're inking yourself, you're drawing it 3 times. And it's kind of wild to take a step back and be like, I've drawn 22 pages 3 times this month getting this thing done. And I think that's why a lot of people will condense their work flow. So like one of the reasons I ink myself is because I don't like to do my pencils extremely tight, because I know I'm going to do those finishes in the ink anyway. So saves me some time just to do a little bit looser pencils and then not feel like I've drawn the same thing 3 times over, if you're counting the layouts and then the pencils and then the inks and stuff. So it's a lot more work than it seems.
Right.
But it's fun.
Yeah. I always love hearing from professionals like you that I learn every time I talk to you and other artists. So that I appreciate that.
Try out different tools too. Different tools, different pens, brush pens, dip pens. Try it all out.
And one of the times Sean was on, I always remember him saying this, talking about working on pages. Don't try to go for perfection on every page. Shoot for 80% and move on to the next page.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's certain places you want to spend your calories on, as he would say. And Yeah, it doesn't need to be perfect. As long as you're telling your story correctly, you know, not
you
everything.
hear that, Dunk? The next piece you get, it's not going to be perfect, man.
80% though.
I'll settle with it. 80% to B when we grew up, so I'll take it.
To go back to the comic thing, the way you were talking about Dark Age, it sounded like you were discussing comics from an older time, the way you talked about that one. And if anybody's looking for something that feels like that, Batman Dark Patterns.
Oh yes, I've been wanting to read that.
It's what I think we're around issue 10 or 11 right now. I think it's only going to be 12. But it's Dan Waters and Hayden Sherman, and it feels like a throwback to Shadow of the Bat or Legends of the Dark Knight. You know, you've got short stories, you know, it's 3-4 issues, and it's old like detective story kind of things.
That's great. Yeah,
and then you're on to the next story.
Yeah, and Hayden is he's a local guy where I am. He's from somewhere around Boston. He was at Fan Expo. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but his artwork is fantastic.
And he's really blown up lately too.
I
think he just won an Eisner.
He's doing Wonder Woman, right? Absolute Wonder Woman.
Yeah, alternating arcs on that one, and yeah, he's pretty busy right now.
Yeah, deserves it. He's very good.
I just picked up the trade for that. That's something I got to read soon. After we had our last podcast, I just heard Absolute Batman's solid, and then everyone's talking about Absolute Wonder Woman. So I'm like, all right.
What do you guys have a take on the Absolute stuff? I haven't really gotten into it. I read the first couple Batmans, couple of Supermans, and I think the first Wonder Woman, but I haven't sat down and actually gotten into it yet.
They've all started out great. Really, if you're gonna check out just one, check out Martian Manhunter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of a standout. Both what they're doing with the story and what they're doing with the art.
Cool. All right,
it's really different. It's a story that I really think it can only work with Martian Manhunter.
All right.
Great. That's another trade I have to pick up.
Well, the good news is there isn't a trade yet. You'll have to wait.
Zach will wait. Thank God.
I had no idea. They'd done so many. Like I was after they did Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. I didn't even realize they'd done the Flash and Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter and is New Gods Absolute, or is that just a regular book at this point?
It's New Gods adjacent. It's sort of the story in that book is sort of the result of the same thing that created the Absolute universe.
Oh, I see.
In lore. And then the next one that they'll be introducing is Absolute Green Arrow.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
And one of the upcoming issues of Absolute Wonder Woman is doing the first, I think it's scheduled to be the first crossover of Absolute's. Batman's going to show up in Wonder Woman.
Cool. Yeah,
but particularly with Batman, it's interesting seeing like Scott Snyder did like a decade of doing straightforward in continuity Batman. And now with all of that experience, he's just got this world that he created the Absolute universe, and he's just doing this version of Batman where he can just go crazy.
Yeah, that's very cool. I really liked Superman. I read the first couple of Superman, which were very cool. Yeah, very, very cool, different take on it. I'm looking forward to checking out the rest of those when I get a chance.
And then Absolute Flash is Jeff Lemire and Nick Robles, and you have just great creative teams on all of them.
Yeah.
That's too many trades.
I'm just, I'm waiting for the call for Absolute Condiment King, but
yeah,
Absolute Kite Man. Sweet.
Nothing yet. Got my hot mustard gun. Well, Nate, that sounds gross. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, well, you did, and now it's recorded. It's
there.
The sound clips for this episode are going to be hot mustard gun, and what was that? Undead dong or something?
Undead-
Undead hog.
Undead Hog.
Glad I can class the joint up a bit here.
Well, absolute undead hog. There we go.
Hmm.
Miniseries.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. All right.
Anybody got something you want to talk about? Anything, Gramps, Dunk?
I'm good on my end, man. I'm just worried about New York Comic Con.
Ooh, what's going on?
No, it's just a lot. New York Comic Con's over
Yeah.
so much until you're there. Then it's like, okay, it's over.
You're getting too old for this shit.
Eventually. Damn joints.
You gonna be working, or you just gonna be walking around?
I'll be working. I'm always working and walking around. I don't know what I do sometimes. I'm just everyone's trying to figure out what I do. I'm trying to figure out the same thing too. I'm just I'm just putting the miles in the aisles, as Gramps will say.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Well, I'm going to drop a plug before we wrap up then. September 20th at Rogues Gallery Comics. We've got David Finch doing a pre-sale signing for his new book with Robert Kirkman called Skinbreaker. So he'll be signing issue 1s before they go on sale. So come on out.
And if you don't mind, my book Hardstyle Juice is still available on Amazon Prime. Head over to hardstylejuice.com. It'll take you right to the book. If you got Amazon Prime, you can read it for free. We are looking at a hard copy release.
Oh, really?
It was supposed to be the end of August, but everything going on with Diamond has really screwed a lot of stuff up.
Yeah.
And so it is TBD at this point. I was kind of hoping maybe by the end of the year, but I honestly don't even know. But it's going to be great when it comes out in hard copy. When I was talking about conventions, this might be surprising, but it's difficult to sell someone a digital book at a convention because you don't really have anything you can give them. So I'm looking forward to having something in my hands that I can give to people, because it's another book where it's like once I start talking to them about it and give them the breakdown, it seems to pique their interest pretty well. It's a pro wrestling murder mystery about a wrestling family, and there's a horrible tragedy in the ring. Then it turns into kind of like a bit of a whodunit, a bit of a revenge story, and it's a lot of fun.
If you want to hear more about that one, I will link the episode we had Clay and Ricardo on to talk about that, but I think at issue 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So I'll link that episode in this one if you want to hear more about that. And I would love to see a hard copy of that come out. We've got wrestling guys at the shop that we could definitely put this in their hands.
Yeah, and I think wrestling fans, I think comic fans will love it. Ricardo's art is just so good, and it really kind of brings the two things together because it's so kinetic and so explosive that he's got kind of like a manga influence to his stuff. So it's a really cool fusion for something like professional wrestling.
And Ricardo's doing well lately too. It looks like I think he's stepping into the James Tynion stuff, the Tynion universe there. So that's cool to see for him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully his success there will convince Comixology that they want to do more Hardstyle Juice.
There you go. But yeah, getting it honestly, when we had you guys to talk about that one, I told all of our wrestling guys about it, and the one thing with those, it seems to be a common thread with a lot of the wrestling guys. Like, let me know when it comes out in print.
Yeah,
that they don't want to mess with the digital. They want to have that copy in their hands.
Yeah, I don't blame them. I do too. Yeah, so it's ideal to have both available, but things being the way they are, it'll happen eventually. But
yeah, we'll get there.
Sure when.
Gramps, Dunk, you guys got anything? Are we all settled here?
I'm good. It's always good to talk to you guys. Clay, thank you so much. I always love talking to you.
Thanks for having me on, man. Anytime.
Anytime.
Yeah.
It's fun chatting, especially about fucking zombie wieners.
I was told
Here we
that
go
was the
again.
point of this episode.
Dave, watch the movie and then get back to me and tell me I'm wrong.
I'm going to shoot you a text and send you pictures of the zombies.
I don't need you to do that. I saw the film.
See his phone background right now.
This. You made me watch this.
Oh.
That's a great point to leave it at. So again, Clay, thanks for joining us. That was Clay McCormack, and this was Bat Force Radio, and we will see you next time.